Greetings. This is going to be a quick overview of the 3 main projects that are due for this course. So this is in the module called P projects, and so this is a page that has an overview. If you click on each one of these, it will take you to the descriptions. I will post this video up here at the top. If you click next through the module, it will take you to just a Google a graphic that I put out in Google Slides for you that will show you a little bit of side-by-side comparison of the project so you can see the difference between them. So the first project that we talk about in the course is the mini lesson, which is your audience is going to be your colleagues. It is you doing some research, finding at least 3 credible sources. You're going to present those findings asynchronously, incorporating at least 3 to 5 points of interaction. More on that as the course goes through. We'll be discussing that. That will be due the beginning of week 8. Next is your lesson demonstration, which is due before the mini lesson, but really the research kind of should be forming your practice and your approach to things in some respect. And so the mini research lesson is between 5 and 10 minutes. The lesson demonstration is between 10 and 15 minutes. And your audience is your current class or a future class if you're not teaching yet or you're not teaching this semester. So really designed for you to take something that you're already doing and maybe tweak it, or think of a lesson that's just dry and you want to make it more engaging and interactive. Use content area, concept, activity, or even a skill builder, a success mindset, anything like that that will benefit your students. And you can use any kind of instructional model that you want. You want to incorporate at least 1 to 2 points of interaction. I would say more like the 3 to 5, but at least the 1 to 2. And that would be due the beginning of week 6, unless you decide to present synchronously to me and a couple of your colleagues who also want to present synchronously. See the dates in Canvas on the assignment for that. And if the date falls after the beginning of week 7, then that's when your due date will be. And then your final project, which this lesson demonstration here should work into your final project in one of these modules or chunks that you have for this 4-week-long course that you are going to design or tweak. Again, would really advise you down here that I strongly recommend that you use a current module, current group of modules, things from courses that you already have that you just want to add some interactive elements to, or just play around with the design and make it more a nicer user experience and maybe a more friendly user interface. Test it mobilely, those kind of things. And hopefully this is something you can use towards the end of the semester or to start out your next semester with. So that one, you will be submitting a link to, maybe giving a little bit of an explanation if needed. You could do a video overview if you want. You don't have to, but just give some context for the person who's going to be reviewing it. And you will be required to review one person's, a colleague's, and we would like for you to do a self-assessment on your own unit. So those are the 3 projects. They really do kind of feed into one another and build on one another. So make them as useful for you as you possibly can. And your students will be happy and you will be happy that you did it, even though it might seem like it's a lot. Oh, and I did want to remind you to make sure you take a look at the rubric. So the research presentation, the rubric will be up at the top because it is a discussion, and that's where the discussions are. So make sure you kind of self-evaluate yourself prior to turning that in. And then the other 2 projects are assignments, and so the rubric will be down here at the bottom. So make sure you review those and are very comfortable with them. And one tip on your peer reviews, which you'll see your peer reviews or your peer review, it's just one, is that make sure you are ready to mark the whole rubric before you go into the peer review, because you only get one shot. And if you halfway mark it, then it doesn't get recorded. And so you will have to finish the rubric to have it Canvas indicate that you have completed your peer review. So that is really all I wanted to say. So yes, any questions, again, just leave me a comment. All right, thank you, and have a really great day, really great week, and I look forward to interacting with you.